Welcome back to Getting Some Head, baby. I'm Michael fucking Rainey, here with my most special guest yet, my lovely wife, Jaime.
Hi.
Does this feel like Desperate Amateurs to you?
Missed connections.
Damn, that's what you should go by on the internet. Miss Connections.
Yeah, MISS.
Connections.
Okay.
I feel very fortunate to have you here. I feel like I've been podcasting for God knows how long, and no, one time we did it for the On Perks book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But we had Tim in between us.
Yeah.
There was a buffer.
Yeah, no Tim in between us this time, baby. So get comfy, enjoy yourself. But I mean, even though we sleep next to each other, we spend most of the day with each other, you are my best friend.
Oh.
I feel like there still are a billion things that I want to ask you. So if you don't mind, I have a lot of questions I want to go through.
Okay.
All right. So a big thing that I think about often, it's fine. No.
Okay.
If there's something you want me to do to make it more comfortable, let me know.
No. Okay.
All right, yeah. All right. I want to get into more about. All right, first we'll get into like what makes you you. So, can you describe your upbringing and how you think it impacts you today?
Oh, wow. Okay. So, oh man. So I've a single mother, parent. Don't know my dad. She never really told me about him. We lived with my grandparents. My mom, she kind of was like a hermit. She kind of like just hung out in her bedroom most days. My pop-up was the one that just ran the show. He was amazing. He was great. He was the best role model. My mom kind of was, she's the nicest lady in the world and she'll do anything for you. But she kind of, like you said, like is on island time. She just hangs out with her friends and just chills. But we're close. But I mean, not mother daughter close like how me and my girls are. But and then like my house growing up was amazing. It was a house that anybody could go to. It never was locked. There was always at least 5 people there. You could go anytime, even when you moved out. You were always if you like life was just in the shitter, you could just always come back. Whether it was like no time limit. And it was just, I think, nice for the whole family to know that there was a safety net like that. Because there was times like where, things happen in life with all of my family. And
Us included.
yeah, us included, yeah. My uncles, all of my uncles, my aunt, like everybody, when things got tough, they just went back home to 429. And I was just talking to my cousin the other day, and she was saying how it was just nice to go there because everyone was just welcoming. Like you walk in and everyone had a smile on their face, happy to see you, some conversation, some game to be played. It was just a really, really nice time.
That was the impression I got when I first started coming over. And I remember coming in and I remember thinking like, man, there's a lot of people to meet here.
Yeah.
And everybody was very nice though.
Mm-hmm.
And especially your mom and especially Pop-Pop.
Yeah.
And that really stood out to me. And even though, I love them both. Like your mom, I love, and like Pop-Pop was the best guy ever. Like those are two things that really stood out to me was that everybody was very welcoming.
Yeah. Yeah, they loved you too. Pop-Up loved when you would go and sit in his back room and just talk about sports. Like he liked having someone to like talk to him about that. But yeah, I mean, it was a great childhood. I grew up perfect time. I was born in 1979. I was born in the 70s. So I was a kid in the 80s, which was amazing.
The best.
Yes. And then I was a teenager in the 90s, which was even more amazing. And then my 20s in the early 2000s, which was really fun. But I had kids early, so kind of put a damper on that. But
you just got a ball out now, though.
Yeah, we are. But so yeah, my childhood was amazing. I was, we were me and my cousin Chris and Tim. We were like brother and sister because we lived together a lot. But we were like the dirtball kids. We just like ran the streets we would scarf down cereal and then run out the house and then not come home until I heard my mom like screaming for me or and then we would go in and be like, "Oh, I'm going to go out for 5 more minutes," and then stay out for like a couple hours. It was just a really great childhood.
Yeah, I think I think everybody, well, most people probably think they have like, grew up in the best era, but I mean, same. I mean, we're
Yeah.
like 6 months apart. We were delivered by the same gynecologist,
Yes.
which
Yes.
I don't know. I think there's something magical. I think he
Just
might
like
not have
God
washed his
had.
hands
Yeah.
between delivering me then delivering you.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we ended up falling in love.
How we found each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unwashed OBGYN. But
Had his hand in your
yeah,
mom and my mom's scooter.
yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
But
We were
I feel,
screwed
yeah,
there.
yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like I was very lucky to grow up in the 80s and 90s. And then, I don't know, I was kind of a hermit as a teenager. I came out of my shell like midway through high school, I guess, but and started to be a normal human being. But yeah, there isn't another time that I wish I had grown up in because it was just
Perfect.
the best of everything.
Yeah.
I think.
TV.
Yeah. Oh God.
Movies.
TV, fucking music, MTV, like 24 fucking hours a day, just having new music constantly. Just you didn't have to go looking for it. It was just like here's what's new and what's cool, and they're gonna spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or like $1 million on a fucking cool ass video, and then that's how you would find so many new musicians.
Yeah. And it was just like you had R&B, you had rap, you had alternative.
Yeah,
and it was all new.
Yeah.
Like so it was really, really cool. That was my niece.
Yeah, I really feel thankful that I got to grow up in that time because it was the fucking best.
Yeah. And then teenage years, like they were fun. Because I was out of the house at 15. I kind of like just bounced around at friends' houses. And then moved in with my boyfriend for 4 years and just kind of I was on my own for a very young age. But it was fun because I had a lot of friends. Yeah. So I mean, it was fun. My childhood was, I would say, fun. The majority of it.
But I think like there's so many. I mean, we talk about it a lot, but there's so many things I respect about you. But like one of the things is that like you were like on like a fast track to just like being lost.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way? That from my outside
100%.
perspective, that's what it was.
100%.
But it's it's amazing that you ended up just fucking having the life that you have and just being such a good mom, being such an involved parent, and just like being such a great wife, and just
Thank you.
in your career too, just being such a boss bitch and
Thank
just knocking it out of the park and just being like, all right, yeah, I got this, I'll figure it out. And I feel like that's a common theme with everything you do. It's just like you're just highly capable, and if something needs to get done, you just I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, that's like the one thing that I'm the most proud of myself. And my strongest attribute is I can handle anything, like literally anything I can handle and keep it moving and just figure it out. Yeah, there's been so many times in my life where I've had to like do that. So it's just, I don't know, it's just natural to me. Like I don't panic. I just move through it and just keep going and like I don't know if like I'm emotionless, but it like it really does. A lot of things don't bother me. Like I don't know, like or I just shut it off and just don't let it bother me. But I don't know. That's one thing. Yeah, I was just talking to Mary Jo the other day, and I was saying like I have no idea how I'm the person that I am. I don't know how like I'm not a drug addict or like an alcoholic or a teen mom. Like I have no idea, and it's just. But yeah.
It's nuts because I mean, even though like I feel similarly about your family, as all the things that you just mentioned, but at the same time, I feel like one thing that we bonded over was like neither one of us had a lot of guidance.
No,
it was just like just get the fuck out of the way and just don't be a bother.
Yeah, like my family was different in the fact where nobody liked to argue, nobody liked to fight, nobody liked to challenge anyone. Everyone just liked to be even keel with everyone and just have a good time. Like, just hear about the good parts of your life. And like, nobody liked to challenge you if you were fucking up. And um, I think that, like, I needed a little bit. I think everybody needs a little bit of that, like someone to challenge you in your life. I never had that. I never, like, nobody ever told me, like, James, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to chill out. Um, but my family is just like great. Like, they're just very, very like nice, great people. But they just lack the parenting style, like the role. And I have no idea how me and you both developed that because yeah, we had no blueprint. We were just thrown into the mix. I think we figured it out along the way. Well, mistakes and stuff were made. Um, but I think where we are now, our kids are amazing kids and they love us and respect us.
I think you were able to figure it out quicker than I was. I think I fought against it a lot, and I wanted to do what I wanted to fucking do for a very long time.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like from fucking day one, you hit the ground running with being a parent.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how it just came like naturally. I mean, I'm not the perfect mom. There's times where I would just love to sleep, you know. But I don't know. I wish I did think like I wish I did things like a little bit differently.
How so?
Like I wish I like started on a career, you know. I was like a stay-at-home mom for like the longest time. And then I think when Bella was in 5th grade, I started working. And then she kind of took over because you worked 2, 3 jobs. So she kind of took over being like the parent after school while like the shifts, you know, while I went in and you came home. And so I wish I did like things like that differently. I wish I had like a career that I focused on and worked on that early. But then again, I always say like we had no help at all. Like my family didn't babysit, your family didn't babysit. Um, One thing that we agreed on is we didn't want to put our kids in daycare because you worked in a daycare and you know the nightmares that happen there. So I can't beat myself up too much for that, but I do beat myself up for that.
What do you think would have been different if you took a career path earlier?
I would be able to be home with my kids more because there was a really long period where I just went balls to the wall and worked constantly. I guess to make up. We were like, you know, we needed money too. So it was like I took any shift I could. So it would have been different where I wouldn't have missed as many years with them growing up. So I don't know that.
I kind of feel that now. I think it's healthy for me though, because I feel like we got the best of both worlds right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm constantly racing against the clock. And like a
Yeah.
big part of it is because like, you know, I'm fucking 46 and I feel like all of my peers are younger.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I got to get shit done quicker.
Yeah.
And I don't know that it's healthy to like compare yourself to other people in that way, but at the same time, it does motivate me. And I feel like that does fuel my work ethic. But personally, I feel like I got a much later start than I should have in so many different areas of my life,
Mm-hmm.
whether it was literally everything. But like, you were my first fucking girlfriend,
Yeah.
and I was fucking 21.
Yeah.
Um, you know, fucking getting like a full-time job, finding a career, like all that shit came later. It's like, you know,
But you always worked though. You always had like 2 or 3 jobs at one time.
but there was a period where I did like early on, like when we were like when we first had Bella in like I would say like 2003 to 2006, because like in 2006 like we moved back to my parents' house,
Yeah.
and like that was when like I was like really fucking out of control with fucking drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And I think during that time it's like I worked, but at the same time I wasn't really providing much of anything. It was just it was like I thought eventually it would fucking pan out, but it was just like I'm just kind of spinning my wheels here. I'm not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
We're both miserable. Like I'm,
Yeah.
out doing what the fuck I want to do on the weekends.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, like I know why that was happening, but it didn't. I don't feel like my work ethic really kicked into high gear until maybe like 2009-ish, like when I was able to when I got a second job then.
Yeah.
And, there were a couple of years where like we didn't have a car. Like when our fucking car broke down and fuck, it was like 2008.
Yeah.
There was a little over a year, I think, where we didn't have a car. And at that time, I made like $20,000. And like when the transmission went on, the Geo Prism was just like, all right, well, we're fucked now. I guess we got to take the bus. And like that shit was just,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nightmare for me. And I was solo most of the time going to work. And it's like, you had 2 kids with you.
Yeah. I had 3, because like by the time we got 2 cars, Mikey was already like 2 or 3. So it was always like 1 car and you were always going to work. So oh my God, I remember going up that hill on South Ave, going food shopping. We had 3 kids. I used to wake up, get them all ready, walk Bella to school with all 3. Mikey and the coach, Livy walking behind me, Bella too, and drop her off. Walk down to the one corner where my mom was. What is that? The guard, the crossing guard. So she would be the crossing guard. I would drop Mikey off with her and the coach, and then me and Liv would walk to the high school for her daycare. I would walk back to my mom's for a couple hours, go back, get Liv, then go back, get Mikey, walk around, get Bella, and then walk back home. All in one day, every day for 5 days.
Yeah, it's...
And then taking the bus. Oh my God. I remember I was...
Works, man.
Liv, she was born with a cleft lip, and she had a little speech issue. So I would take her to speech every day, but I was 7, 8 months pregnant. It was in the summer, right before Mikey was born. So 8 months pregnant. 7, 8 months pregnant. And I would take the bus all the way to Springfield Hospital for her speech every two times a week. And I hated the bus. Like, I hated everybody on the bus. SEPTA can burn in hell. Fuck SEPTA. Good for them. Fuck SEPTA. Or the people on it. Not the people driving the bus. I feel really bad for them. Really,
they
really,
deserve
really bad.
to carry guns. And should be able to use them on passengers.
And they need all the money in the world. Salary.
That was rough. I feel like there's been so many different like evolutions of our fucking relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, very early on, it was like, I knew I loved you as soon as I saw you.
Yeah, same.
Like, and it was, all right, so that was 2000. That was like Thanksgiving of 2000.
Yeah.
And what an insane time that was, because, I never saw that coming. Like, I was resigned to the fact that, like, all right, I was going to have to pay for hookers for my entire life.
Same. Not just kidding.
And, I was just, I don't know. I remember so much about, like, that night vividly. And I remember, like, going to Denny's with my friends, and it was fucking packed. And it was like, oh, man, I just want to go home. It's late. Because, surprisingly, I didn't even drink a lot that night, and I don't even know why.
Yeah.
And I just went there, and it was packed, and it was like, service at Denny's was always a motherfucker to begin with. But then, like, with so many young kids are, like, all watching out because people are inevitably going to dine and dash.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, I saw you, and I feel like everything just stopped.
Aw.
And
I love you.
I love you, too. And I asked you if you would sit with me, and you said no in front of everybody. Like, when I asked you, like, I could not believe that the fucking words left my mouth, because I was never that forward with any chicks.
Yeah.
And then, like, you looked at me, and you were just like, no.
But, like, I saw you. Well, I saw you. You definitely stood out. Because your friends like to, I guess, embarrass you. I don't know. But the waitress was taking your order, and your friend Brian, I think, was pretending to suck your dick under the table while the waitress was taking it. And I was watching it, and you just so calmly just said your order, like, no. And I was just like, oh my God, like, and I was just like watching you, and then I stood up and you asked me that, but like you had girls next to you, like there was.
I don't remember who they were.
Yeah, and I was just like, no, like I don't know who they are. Like,
Mhm.
um, and then we left. My friend was driving me home, and I we walked out, and I was about to get in the car, and I had this pit in my stomach, and I was just like, I'm never going to see him again. And then it just like really bothered me that I would never see you again. So then I ran in,
Mhm.
wrote my name on a napkin because this was before cell phones,
Mhm.
before caller ID, everything, and handed you my number, and you were like, "You're awesome."
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday, and I was stunned that you came in.
Yeah. And then I just remember all your friends going like, "Whoa!" like making a big deal.
It was a big deal because, like I said, like I don't know, pussy felt like it was a famine at that point. So
Yeah. So then the next day was Thanksgiving because it was the night before Thanksgiving. And my mama was in the hospital, and we all went to my uncle's for Thanksgiving. So when I came home, I *69 because it was before anything.
hell yeah.
Yeah, to see who the last caller was, thinking it, hoping like or seeing if my mom called, and it was your number, and I thought it was the hospital because I didn't know your number, and so I called it back, and you answered. So if one more person called after you, we would have
I would have definitely
connected.
called back though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was locked in.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So, and then I think the next night we went out
hmm
to Bootleggers, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was our first date, and then I think we went on a real date like shortly after.
Yeah, because it was closer to Christmas and you wanted to go Christmas shopping, and you just took me around
Hmm.
Christmas shopping with you, and then we went to what was it? Hannigan? Not Hannigan.
Callahan's or
Hal
something. Yeah,
something. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And back then, like I had like crazy anxiety, so I could not eat in front of people, and you I didn't order anything, and you ordered like
Yeah.
nachos and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. And then I just remember going over your house, and you were down in the basement at the time, like your
Yeah.
bedroom, and we would like lay on this one little twin bed together
Do you remember my dad opening the door?
all the time. He always had to make sure it was open.
Yeah.
But I mean, we were teenagers, and there's people in his basement.
I know, but knowing him, it was less about that and more about
Uh,
wanting to hear a hot chick get porked.
and you had a swing down your basement.
Yeah,
That
I
was
never
weird.
understood that. It's like, 'cause I remember, like, I forget what they converted my. Why did I live in the basement? Oh, I had left
Steve.
to live with my buddy Steve,
Oh,
and they had converted my old bedroom into just like an extra bedroom. And when I came back,
I thought it was for Gabby because Gabby's room.
yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, my
Yeah,
niece's bedroom.
because she was
Yeah,
born. Yeah,
yeah. So when I came back, when I asked, like, all right, I don't want to live here because I was paying like 500 a month to live in fucking shithole Sharon Hill.
yeah,
And I was like, yeah, can I come back? And my dad's like, yeah, you can take the basement. And I started moving my shit in there. And there was a fucking swing hanging from like the sewage pipes. And
yeah,
I was like, why is there a swing down here? He's like, oh, it's for Gabby.
yeah.
It's like, it seems very odd to fucking have a swing in the basement.
And she was really young. It's not like she could use it.
Yeah, there's a fucking park a block away.
Yeah.
So I still don't fucking get it. And I don't want to think about it anymore, man.
Yeah.
My dad was a weird dude. But
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like, getting, like I said, like I knew I loved you as soon as I saw you. And it was so hard not to say I love you very quickly.
Yeah.
And I still think I said it pretty quickly. It was probably less than a month that I said it to you.
Yeah. Yeah. It was probably the beginning of December.
Hmm. Yeah, that was tough to hold back. And then when I finally said it to you, like it felt like hours were going by.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have said this. And then you were very sweet and said it back.
Yeah.
But that was definitely like one of like just a collection of like the fondest memories because just being able to hang out in your room and just
Yeah. That was fun. That was like one of my favorite time periods of us is just, you would always like buy me things. So like you made my bed like so comfortable. You would always like buy
oldest
me.
trick in the book.
Yeah. You sir. Yeah. We would always hang up in my room, which was like crazy because my mom and pop-up and everybody were so strict about one, just even having people over, but then two, like having someone in my room, which is like insane. That even happened. Um, but then like we would just hang up there, stay there, watch movies. My favorite was we would always hang out, go to Blockbuster, get Slurpees, and go home and watch movies. That was like my favorite time. Yeah, that was my favorite time with us.
Yeah, that was really great. And then after that, like I feel like once we moved in, like it changed.
Yeah.
And like I was just so obsessed with just like hanging out with my friends constantly.
Yeah.
And it was just such a fucking lame era. I still regret it.
I feel like our life together has been a series of growing apart, coming back together, growing apart, coming back together. And like the second we moved in, it completely changed and I regretted like moving in. I liked, you know, my house, like our little bubble at my house with you. But yeah, I really think it was you. You had me at home, so like you focused more on your friends, you know, like entertaining them. Because they did, they love to like wind you up and get you to do things, and you know, you were their entertainment. So, and they weren't nice to me. They were not nice people to me. I didn't like them. They did things to like, I think, try to break us up a lot. Like they would say things and do things and stuff. So I didn't really like them. But
Yeah, eventually I wised up and
yeah, yeah, you beat the shit out of him for
yeah.
one of them. He permanently has like faced like issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from that one fight you had.
Damn.
Yeah, his face looked like Rocky, like when you beat him up.
Yeah.
Like, and you know when like people have Bell's palsy, it looks like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw him once, like a couple, probably like a year or two after that had happened, and I was like, damn, fuck.
He deserved both those beatings.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well, the first time he was mean to you.
No.
Yeah. He was rude to you. Like he was being rude to you, and that's why I asked. Yeah, he was.
Oh yes, yeah.
He was at our
Right.
apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and he was being rude to you. So I asked him to leave, and he said, "I'm not leaving. I'm going to finish my beer." And that's when we started fighting.
Yeah, that's right.
But then the second fight was we were just arguing over dumb shit, and like we were waiting to take the train home from the city. It was just a long day of drinking that was just getting worse as the day progressed.
Also, he put girls'
And that was the
money
thing.
on their
Like,
tab.
I had
yeah,
like I might have had
and we had kids.
yeah, like I might have had $150 in my account to go out with. And our train was in like an hour or so. And we just went to the bar closest to there. And I had to put a card up just to be able to keep a tab open. And he was talking to this bachelorette party.
Yeah.
And he ended up charging their bill to my card,
Yeah.
which was like $100. So that like wiped out all the money I had.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, you have to give me that money now. And he said,
Yeah.
I'll give it to you when I feel like giving it to you. And that's what started the
Yeah.
fight in the cab.
And he bit your neck.
Yeah, he bit my neck in the back of
it.
the yeah. And then fighting back at our house when he went to go pick up his car.
Yeah, like I remember what set it off is because he was texting you, that he was going to come back and fight you and all that stuff, and then he said, "I'm going to kill your kids."
Yeah. I hope your kids die. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when you lost it, and I called the cops because I knew once he said that, like it was going to be bad, and yeah, so I called the cops, and they were on the phone when he came back, and oh, sorry, and then like he showed up and you beat the shit out of him, like
Yeah. But I feel like that relationship needed to end.
yeah, all that family needed to
Yeah,
go.
I was glad to move on from that.
Yeah.
Although at the time it was tough because so much of like my identity was just involved in just being acknowledged by them because they were like my first friends in forever. Like when I was a teenager, like I had like a few years where I just had no friends. So, once they seemed like they were my buddies and they wanted to hang out with me, it was just like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want to make you fucking laugh, man. I just want to fucking make you guys happy. And I feel like that, I feel very thankful that we're still together for a lot of reasons, but especially getting past that era because
Yeah.
I just wanted to hang out with them constantly.
I knew they, well, I knew it was me, like, because, they thought I was taking you away from them, but also I think they just hated women because they were not nice to their mom or their sister, like, really mean to their mom. And she was a sweetheart. And they were just really mean to her. So I knew it was just, like, not all me that they hated, but still, like, don't treat me like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, baby, I got your back.
yeah.
But one other aspect about like those early years I want to talk about is all the fucking drinking and drug stuff
Yeah.
that I did.
Yeah.
And even though we've talked about it a lot, I feel like there's still a lot that I'm sure that you just kind of fucking blacked out and just said, fuck it, I'll just keep going. But like, I want to talk about it more because I think a lot of people that might be watching this or listening to this might be able to get something from it.
Yeah.
Can you remember where it seemed like it was like the first time where it seemed like, all right, this is an issue and not just somebody who likes getting fucked up?
Um, Not our first apartment, but our second one, the one in Glen Olden, that tiny apartment. You it like changed. It was just you were really mean, like really just not a good person. And it was alcohol. Like out of all the drugs and everything that you've ever done, like alcohol is the one that affected me like the most. Um I think you just it was right after we had to move in with your parents, and then we finally got the apartment. And I don't know like what was going on, but you were it was like poison in your system. And I don't know, what changed. It was different.
At that point, I feel like I had reached a point where I realized, like, all right, this is probably my lot in life. Because before that, especially like during the era with our first apartment, there was still always like a ton of hope. Like, oh, eventually something's going to come along. I'm
Yeah.
going to figure it out. I'm going to be able to have everything I want to have, and everything's just going to work out.
Yeah.
But like 2008 ish, like around the time where I was like 30, it felt like it was setting in that like this is what my life was going to be,
Yeah.
and that was just not even able to make ends meet because like I just feel like even
Mhm.
we would get behind on rent or fucking bills, and it's like for that long time we didn't have a car, and
Mhm.
I felt like I was doing like I had a noble line of work, and I was like, all
Yeah.
right, cool, like
Mhm.
I feel good at the end of the day doing what I do, which is like working with like
Yeah.
kids with special needs, but at the same time, I just don't make any fucking money, and I'm getting further and further in the hole.
Yeah.
So by the time like weekends would roll around, I'd be like, fuck it, like I'm going to fucking do what I want to do because during the week I'm just maxed out.
Yeah.
But then it was just like, all right, well now I'm getting fucked up on weeknights too, and
Yeah.
there was a point where our cable bill was like I think like 140 a month or 120. I was like, all right, if I cut off cable, I'll just go watch the games up at the corner bar, Kevin Michaels.
And you probably spent that
Yeah, I would
120
spend.
one night.
I would probably spend $200 a week there.
Yeah.
So my cable bill went from $120 to 800 a month,
Yeah.
and it just felt like it was like this never-ending cycle of, and I just felt like I couldn't go back to school. It was just like, yeah, getting like denied for fucking school loans, and even at that time, in hindsight, yeah, I was fucking 30. I was still young, but it's so easy to be beaten down by life at such a young age,
Yeah.
and that's how I felt. I just felt fucking lost and fucked.
Yeah.
So I was, booze was fucking cheap, and I was like deeply resentful of like a lot of different things. And I think being that you would not let me do what I wanted to do or weren't cool about me doing what the fuck I wanted to do,
Mhm.
shit was not good between you and I.
Yeah. Yeah, I preferred you out of the house.
I
Yeah. Um, and that's like the thing is like uh it was you were gone. So it was like I could do my own things with my kids, do all that stuff. But yeah, that was not a good time for that. Then I think when we moved into um then we was it did we move there into my mom? No, wait.
Yeah, I think we moved from that apartment into your mom's.
No, no, no. We moved into the the townhouse.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
From the townhouse to your mom's.
To my mom. No, yeah, then the townhouse to my mom's. Yeah. So, the townhouse, that's when everything, I think, turned to more like cocaine, drinking and then cocaine. Still didn't like you drinking. Well, like, one, just like your personality completely changed, but also you weren't reliable. Like, I couldn't like rely on you to like be there if I needed, anything, like help with the kids or anything. It kind of, that you just weren't there. But yeah, that was more that time, like cocaine, which you weren't as bad, like you weren't as mean. Like,
well, during that time, I feel like that's when I started working multiple jobs.
yeah,
And like the jobs I had were crazy stressful. I'm just getting screamed at by fucking teenage kids all day.
Yeah.
From fucking 8 a.m. till fucking 6 o'clock at night because I'm working alternative school too. So by the time I get home, it's just like I just have nothing left.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to have like a bottle of fucking Greek liqueur, Ouzo, on the fucking counter at that house.
I remember you had Espolòn tequila all the time.
Yeah.
That bottle was cool.
And as soon as I would get in, I would fucking start drinking that shit because I was fucking maxed out. And it was, that was like a couple years of that shit before like fucking pills came up.
Pills were after when you had your back.
Yes, that was like 2012. Like that was like later. I feel like booze was always an issue for me.
Yes.
Coke starting in 2006 and going to rehab for that.
Yeah.
And then popping up every now and again throughout the next like few years. But pills is like where things like really took off because I was truly resigned to being sober like a few weeks before I got into pills.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I had a bad bender where I went to Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And
you left me.
I sent you out for hot dogs.
You sent me out for hot dogs, but so you decided to have a barbecue with all of your friends.
Yeah.
And then you posted it. And there was people we had no idea just like wandering around looking for our address. And I'm like, who is this? And I could see them out from the window and they would just show up and sit on our lawn. And then you're like, we need more hot dogs. So I was like, all right. So then I go and get hot dogs. I come back. You're gone. The kids are with all your friends.
No, that's a different night. Like I remember putting out the Facebook barbecue invite. Yeah. It was just like me and the kids. And like when you went those are two different times. And like when you went to go get hot dogs, I told Bella to watch the younger kids because I was just like, all right, I feel like going to Atlantic City right now.
Yeah.
And I had a car now. So I got on the road to Atlantic City and I was on the Atlantic City Expressway and you texted me. You're like, where the fuck are you? And then I texted back saying I'm in Atlantic City and you were like, unfucking believable or something like that.
Yeah.
And I had a vicious bender. And by the time I got back the next day, like I was truly resigned to just walking the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
And then within 2 fucking weeks, I was working another part-time job doing like package handling, like UPS type shit.
Yeah.
And then my fucking leg was on fire. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with my leg? And I went to the doctor and I found out, my discs were fucked up. And then instantly here's all these pills.
But that was like right when that all epidemic started.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor, I went with you to all the doctor's appointments. He didn't even try anything first. Mm-hmm. He was just like, surgery, it's really bad. Like, it was really bad. But he didn't even try anything first. He just put you on the pills. I remember the one time having to sign out your pills at the doctor's office because you had to like lay down in the hallway because it was so bad.
Brutal, yeah.
I had to like lift up like page after page, and it was all one day of people just signing out oxy or whatever it was. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, and you would call up and he would just be like, okay, here's more, or here's an increased dosage or whatever. And didn't even give you any pushback, didn't even give you a plan to like wean yourself off. Sorry, I just spit.
That's fine.
And, so I was just like, I'm fighting with you to be like, this isn't right. And your argument is, well, a neurosurgeon tells me like it is.
Yeah.
So it's
And I
like,
truly believe that too. Like
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, naturally there was a part of me that still wanted to get fucked up.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's like, I was legitimately fucked up. And I felt like if a doctor said like, here, man,
yeah,
you need all these pills. I was like, yeah, I guess I fucking do.
yeah. Um, but I didn't mind you like on pills. Like you were happy go
I love
lucky
you.
little guy, but you still were not reliable. Like,
Yeah. Well, all right. At that time, it's like, I think my definition of reliability matches up with yours now.
yeah,
Back then, I always thought that, all right, I'm making as much money as I possibly can working these jobs.
yeah,
To me, at that point, like, I thought once I'm fulfilling that aspect,
yeah,
just leave me the fuck alone after that.
yeah,
Now it's like I realize there's much more to the equation than that. But at the same time, then I was just like, I'm going to work for fucking 12 hours a day, and then when I get home, I'm just gonna get fucked up.
yeah,
So that was my mindset back then.
yeah,
And then it got to the point where like I was getting fucked up at work too, because
yeah,
especially like days where I would get my pill prescription because the doctor was like 10 minutes from my job.
yeah,
And I knew that like if I placed the call on a fucking Tuesday, I would get him by like Wednesday afternoonish.
yeah,
And it got to the point where I was like waiting in the parking lot because I knew that they would probably call between like 12 and 1.
yeah,
And I would just say, they would call me and be like, oh, I'm actually in the area. It's like, I'm 100 yards away.
yeah,
And I'm desperately waiting for you to give me these fucking pills.
yeah. That doctor was insane.
Yeah.
Because even not like the pill aspect, when you had your first surgery, we were going to Disney like 5 or 6 days after your surgery,
Yeah.
and I was like you brought up going to Disney, and he was like, no, you'll be fine. You'll be up and walking the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's insane. Disney, we're going to Disney. Like he's not going to be able to walk Disney.
Yeah. And I
And he's
remember
like,
him.
no, yeah, he'll be fine. I'll be up and walking.
I remember him saying, just don't go on any rides. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
a plane is a gigantic fucking ride.
Yeah.
I should not have gone. But at the same time, we were so poor.
Yeah.
And it like the idea of trip insurance was like,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, trip insurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point, we're already thousands of dollars into Disney, even though with money I didn't have. And we were building it up to the kids. And I know they were pumped to see it. And even if I was just going to stay in the fucking hotel room for the fucking week, I would have been happy because you guys would get to go to fucking Disney. And then we got there and it was just fucking hell on earth. And I want to get more into this on the Patreon episode. Are you cool with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I love you. I'm still crazy. I'm more crazy about you than ever.
Well,
And I'm thrilled that you did this with me. I love talking to you, and I'm glad that people get to hear your side of the story now. It isn't just one sided, it's just me being like, damn, I was on pills and I drank, and now look at me. I'm doing great.
Yeah. No, I love you. I loved you all through it. I just like always knew you had something bigger in your life.
Pause.
Coming down the pike. My knee keeps snapping. Yeah, I just always like had faith in you to, be a bigger, better person because I knew who your heart was, like who you are. But yeah, I loved you through it all.
No, I love you more than ever, and I'm glad that we get to have a nicer life now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you're the best. I love you.
Thank you. I love you.
And we'll be back with more of my beautiful wife, Jaime, on the Patreon episode. See you guys there.
Bye.
Oh, wait. No, I should probably promote my things, too. All right. Yeah.
You can do this?
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. I got to make more money, so I got to promote my things. I got a new true crime game out now. It's called Satan's Helpers. It's available at onperks.com. It's a ton of fun. The basis of the game is that you and your friends get to be defense attorneys for some of history's worst people. People like Taylor Schabusiness, Jeffrey Dahmer, Travis the Chimp, Charles Manson. You and your friends are going to make arguments for those people depending upon what cards you get. It's going to bring out the worst in you and your friends, and I promise you it's the most fun true crime card game you'll ever play. It's available at onperks.com. Aside from that, too, if you like getting some head, I'm doing getting some head custom interviews now where I'll get to interview you over Zoom. I've done a ton of them already. They're a ton of fun. I really love getting to talk to people, so I definitely want to talk to you. And you can get that as well at onperks.com. And aside from that, we're heading over to patreon.com/gettingsomehead where you can support the show, get part 2 of my interview with the lovely Jaime. And
Going after dark?
yeah, we're going to do an after dark. Yeah, we'll get nasty. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't ask me what I was grateful for.
Oh, yeah, fuck. All right, yeah, I got to do that. All right, I'm discombobulated
We'll do it in
with having a
we'll do it
beautiful
in
lady.
the second one.
No, I want to hear that now. But yeah, all my shit's at onperks.com and interviews, true crime card game, all my books. Yeah, all that shit's there. But yeah, tell me something that you're grateful for right now.
Well, it's not even that exciting, but what everybody else says is like my family, like you guys, like my core family, you, the kids, the life that we've made right now. It was all worth everything to get to here. I'm just like so happy, especially being down in Texas.
Yes, rules.
I like everything that I wanted, like, you know, I have it in a book, like all my must-haves and all my wants and everything. This place, this area, this house, everything, it's literally checked off every single box that I wanted out of my must-haves. But I was like so excited to just like be like, oh, Austin, going down the city is going to be so much fun. We're going to have so much things. Our little town, I don't even want to leave our little town. I just love it so much.
Yeah.
I love our streets, our community. I love going for walks with you. I love the kids. The kids are just so happy. They're like my little best friends. Yeah. So I'm just grateful for the life right now.
Good.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad the weekend. This was a part of the plan all along.
Oh, okay.
I just had I liked, you know, I like a good story.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Did it for
so all that stuff was for this.
Okay.
And I'm just grateful for you and for the kids and for everything too. I felt the same way too, because when we made plans to come to Austin, I was like, oh man, I'm just going to be in the city constantly. It's going to be a ton of fun. And I do love it there.
Yeah.
Even though we're fucking 20 minutes outside of it, but yeah, unless I got to, aside from the nights where I got shows in Austin, like, yeah, I just like chilling here.
Yeah. I love our little town.
Yeah.
We're close to our friends.
Yeah.
We're really 3-4 blocks away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The kids have their friends. The 3-4 blocks away. And it's just nice.
Yeah. If I screamed faggot out the window right now at Tim, he would hear it. That's how close I live to Tim.
Yeah.
But.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
I've gotten so much closer with Mary Jo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really cool. Couldn't have figured this out without her down here. Like,
she's the fucking best.
She's so smart.
Yeah.
I'm texting her about everything. I'm like, what do we do? Like, what? She's just like on it.
Yeah.
Like, I texted her the other night, are we allowed fire pits? She went on like this like search for fire pits. She was like, I can't find it, so I'm going to call the fire department. Yeah. I was like, it's 9:00 at night. Like, I'm sending you on a fire pit. Like, yeah. So.
Dang, well, that did seem like a burning question. So.
Oh yes.
All right, we'll see you on the Patreon.
All right.